What is up, everybody? I done goofed up today. I recorded around a 40-minute video, 45-minute video, and boom! Audio muted, mic muted. It is just a GG. That's just a complete mess up. So I wasted that time somewhat, not completely, because at the end of the day, I don't really care too much about delivering the content, if that makes sense. It doesn't. Let me expand. So I don't really care too much about the end result, at least not yet. I care more about getting the consistency in and really making it a habit that I never disappoint and I never decide to just not do a video this week. Even though it's like, how long do you have to do that for? It's like, I've decided to do it for a whole year, and I think it's important because a lot of people typically get burned out when doing this kind of thing. And if you spend a whole year slowly building up that ability to stay on it, then I believe you're just gonna have a better time in the end. I think that will create the sort of environment for yourself going forward that you will be able to hack it for the long run. Especially considering one of the biggest challenges is like learning how to, I guess, do everything. um, Learning the trade of how to do all this stuff. And even though you haven't seen from my videos me doing that much, which is kind of comes down to my time is so divided right now. I'm really getting to the point where I actually feel like I want to start putting more time into the videos again. And I haven't really felt like that since probably yesterday. And I feel like that's something I really want to do, and stuff that I kind of put off and wasn't interested in doing, such as experimenting with the different shots and angles I take and actually doing a lot on editing and trying to make the production quality as high as possible. It feels like that is probably what I'm gonna start doing. Probably not now, probably not next month, but the month after. I think. So we're looking around probably August when you might start seeing unlikely to be full videos at full production value, but I might start pushing myself to do, you know what, I'm gonna do 1 minute at like full production quality and really force myself to learn these skills, and then the rest will just be filler. Since the last thing I want to do is wait till I'm actually gonna start producing series season 2 of the No Show to practice all these things. But one reason why I'm a bit split is that I'm also starting streaming, and I did explain before, I believe, in one of the Not No shows that this isn't going to take up too much additional time, because for a while now I've just been recording myself like while doing stuff on my computer, mostly coding and research and stuff. I've been recording myself doing that anyway. So with a Twitch stream, the only difference is I'm going to be broadcasting myself doing it, and it's actually quite interesting, especially if other people get engaged in the discussion with what I'm doing. So, streaming, if you're gonna do what you're gonna do anyway, and you have the opportunity to stream it, which I can do at a relatively low cost, it's worth it for me to do that because it doesn't take away too much from what I want to do. And next year, some of the publicity stunts I want to do is a 24-hour stream where I essentially create a popular but terrible website. I'll basically recreate that and make it awesome to use, and then release that to then public. And it probably won't be a 24-hour stream, because the problem with coding is that you need to be awake and alert. So probably 2 12-hour streams. Um, and yeah, that'll be kind of interesting. So yeah, this is my streaming channel. So you can see, oops, that this is, yeah, I need to actually change this, and this logo looks terrible anyway. You can see that there's my actual logo there. It's pretty bad. I'm gonna update and upgrade that, and you can see I've got a little bit of a panel going on. The extra stuff, of course, a lot of extra stuff I need to put there, like goals, and I'll probably need to do a lot of research and maybe spend a whole day making this really what I want it to be. um And yeah, it just says, who is this guy? I'm Spaceman, and the reference to Spaceman is not going to be clear at first, but the startup I'm making is called PWA Space. Space is just trying to suggest that this is a space where PWAs happen. So I'm trying to create the space, like the number one space for PWAs. And all the different sort of little parts of how I'm gonna do that will have a name corresponding to it that kind of relates to kind of the actual physical space out there. So, for example, the software I'm working on is called Engine, so it's like PWA Space Engine. I could probably call it Rocket or anything, but I kind of like the name of Engine because it's really the core. It's really what I want to drive the momentum in developing PWA. So Engine, and I'm Spaceman. It could be Astronaut, of course, but all these names are a bit like tongue in cheek, a little bit stupid, a little bit jokey. Because I'm not trying to take myself too seriously. I don't want to be one of those companies because I'm going to be quite edgy, not for edge reasons, but because I think a lot of the things that companies do is really backwards and counterproductive. So I want to try out experimental, wacky things, and one of the ways I want to put myself forward is not being too serious. We care a lot about the end goal, and we want the best of the products, but we're not like serious, and we're not professional because that's overrated. We'd rather be good than professional. So I say we'd rather deliver you quality services and make you happy than be, oh, look at me with my suit and tie, professional, yeah. No, fuck that shit. We've not got time for that. So yeah, pretty much what this section's about. What else will I stream? Programming. Yeah, not making a blog or anything like that. We'll be making cool stuff and ranting about controversial stuff to do with the software engineering discipline because I've got a lot to say about it. And games. And what games? Well, Minecraft for those chill vibes. I'm quite looking forward to the new Minecraft series I want to do. I'll probably have like a little bit of a trial run of the series because one thing I've learned is that trying to do too much new stuff at the same time is recipe for disaster. So yeah, I might do a trial run on the series, even though it won't be as fun for me to play through a second time potentially, but no, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it will be as fun for me to play it through a second time. Who knows? Yeah, the Rocket League. I've just got back from streaming Rocket League because I stream Tuesdays 5 p.m. I'm really bad, but you know what? We're playing a competitive game. Eventually, I'll get good, play enough. Then Hytale, which will be amazing because my whole persona is pretty much about programming first and gaming second, really. The gaming will be just kind of the filler sort of content, and it's not really fair to call gaming second. It's more like the programming is the work aspect of my life, and the gaming is the fun part. And really, I would like to get people who are more into the work part into the gaming part, because I think it's fun to do Rocket League Minecraft, so I might be able to spread games that they haven't played before that way, because I'll be playing other variety games too. But also, more importantly for me, I want to basically pick up some people who enjoy me for my gaming content and show them how awesome programming can be. Because the thing is, like, I've read an article, I've got it checked somewhere because I'm probably gonna make a ranting video about that soon. Who basically made it out that we shouldn't be telling people to get into software engineering or to program because like it's nowhere near as easy as tutorials make it out to be. And while he had salient points, he had good points, the end sentiment is completely wrong. So he's saying don't get into this unless you've got a predisposition to be a good coder or logical or something so good jobs. Like, no, completely wrong. We're getting closer and closer to the point that at least, I don't know, if a spitball figures, maybe 50% of the population will benefit from being able to know how to code one way or another. And really, I'm not gonna say rush out and do that straight away, because you have to wait for the time to rise before you know that you'll be able to get some benefit out of it. Like, for example, I don't think it's worth learning how to code if you just want to make a one-off website for yourself. You might as well use something like Webflow, one of these static site builders, or like Squarespace or something, if you just really want to make a website one-off and get it to work and look nice. It's not worth learning programming for that. But, you know, for something way more custom, like say you wanted to figure out you want to figure out when someone tweets something and makes something automatic happen on your computer. Like, that's something, if you bring up Python, you'll be able to write a script, deploy it somewhere, and you'll have that running. Like, I think there are convenience reasons for people to learn code. And then once people like really enjoy the convenience of learning to write code and being able to do stuff they couldn't do before, they get more technical with their computers, they might find out that this might be something they want to do as a career, which then is a major leap to be able to do it professionally. But you can get so much benefit out of just doing it casually. So much benefit, to the point where if we get to the stage where 10% of the population can code, it'd be a big boon. And one great example is that if you're a gamer and you know how to code, you can mod games. And lots of games are really popular for modding. For example, GTA 5, Minecraft. When you look at like the most popular games, yeah, if you want to look at the most popular games, recommended for you, right? We look at the most popular games. There's two types. All right, so just chatting has got a lot more popular over the times. But apart from that, every game that is popular for streaming is either competitive. Well, Warzone isn't technically too competitive, but it's a fairly new game. So same with Fortnite. Well, I guess these games are competitive. So competitive games, and yeah, Warcraft is competitive, and it's competitive too, or games with lots of mods, or opportunity for role playing. So like GTA 5. So you look at all these games, they're either competitive or have the capacity for mods, pretty much, or mods and explorations. Like pretty much every single one of them. Like there isn't a single story. What is this? I don't know what this game is. Is this competitive? Yeah, so this is competitive too. So like, you know, like what else can I say? This is pretty much what it is. And, you know, Rocket League is pretty far down. I would have thought, like, until recently, I would have thought Rocket League was more popular than it is. It seems to be one of those ones, kind of like Minecraft too, where at times barely anyone's watching it, but then when a few people come on, it gains a ton of viewership. Whereas with these other ones like League of Legends, Fortnite, GTA, it always has a crazy amount of people watch it. It might be because there's just a few streamers that stream very consistently, but I'm kind of even losing my point. But, you know, being able to mod, for example, if you're able to mod like a game like GTA 5, Minecraft, I don't even know Terraria use mods, for example, but you'll be able to change up the gameplay a lot and have a lot of fun with that. A lot of fun. And that leads me on to the last point, where it's this Hytale game. This Hytale game is looking to basically give modders extra fine-grained control over gameplay. So people say Minecraft is almost limitless gameplay. Well, Hytale is going to be that on another level. On another level. And yeah, then there'll be variety games. So overall, it's kind of interesting to see what's popular on Twitch at the minute and what isn't, to be honest. And yeah, like, you could probably pretty easily come up with an analysis for why each thing is popular, because though Counter-Strike is just the de facto competitive shooter, League of Legends de facto competitive sort of MOBA, but you still got Dota 2 fairly close behind. And then you have Battle Royales because they haven't died out. And then you have MMOs and then World of Warcraft pretty much takes the cake. And yeah, like pretty much every game up here is a shooter, Battle Royale, or MOBA. With the exception of GTA 5 chess. I guess the Hearthstone. No, chess and Hearthstone are competitive. And then FIFA 20. I don't know. Is this competitive? I know it is competitive, but other people play. And I think the most popular people are probably people who play it very competitively. One thing I've noticed is that a lot of these games, the most popular people who are being watched are like Spanish. So if you look at Minecraft, yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm being racist. I don't know if that's Spanish or not, but definitely not English. So the most popular people are not English on a lot of streams. Maybe that's just in Europe. That's the case. It's kind of interesting that they get that popular though, because they're not catering to a wider audience. But maybe that's why they are that popular, because if you're Spanish and there are not very many Spanish streamers that are any good, because most people are going to speak in English, then I guess that help you. That would probably help you quite a bit. Anyway, I rambled on for long enough. This is a substitute video, of course. I actually did have 2 better videos planned that I was going to do today, but I only started writing yesterday and earlier today. And those videos, I want to give a lot more time to it because it's a crazy time we're going through right now in the world, and I actually wanted to say something that didn't add fuel to the flames, but actually would help. And there's almost nothing I can say that I think would actually do that. But I might come up with something that might help. But we're gonna call it there for today. We're gonna post this, tick off a few things that I've done today, and yeah, I guess call it there. Anyway, thanks for tuning in today. You're definitely feeling a lot more comfortable on the camera, feeling a lot more energetic, a lot more of a character, which is good. But yeah, tune in for next week and you might get a slightly nicer looking video potentially. We'll see. Later.